What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to, of course, be talking about with you guys. For the longest time now, we've been hearing reports and rumors that do suggest that the Golden State Warriors are interested in Ben Simmons, and they will potentially, of course, be making a, trying to make a trade for him, rather, in the near future. Like, that's definitely a possibility, and I think considering Wiseman has been injured now, and it just doesn't seem like the narrative is in Wiseman's favor. Like, I've spoken about this before on previous videos. I just don't think James Wiseman and the Warriors, I don't know if it's going to work out right now. It just doesn't seem like the narrative, if you know what I mean. Like, the story is in his favor for him to succeed at the Warriors. I just don't know. He's been injured a lot. He had a bad first season. It seems like maybe a fresh start on another team could be an alright idea. But what's currently being said right now is executives do believe that the Golden State Warriors should actually trade for Ben Simmons. This is all being reported by Mike Wiscotto of Hoops Hype, and I completely agree with the executives. I think the Warriors could actually do, kind of go into this with a situation where they actually trade for Ben Simmons and do, get improved much better as a team, because right now they are undefeated, and some Warriors fans out there might be like, why would we want Ben Simmons? He's a bad guy, his chemistry's terrible, he didn't even represent his own country in the Olympics, being Australia. Look, I completely understand how all of you may feel like that, but I promise this Golden State Warriors team, which at the time of making this video are 4-0, who knows, maybe that might change when this video does come out. It does seem like they are missing kind of maybe something at that center position. Like, they do have Kevon Looney there, who's been starting, who has been doing a fine job. Then B. Elites has been running some, kind of center here and there as well. He's been kind of playing on this like backup center. And then we've seen Draymond Green have a lot of minutes where he's been guarding the center position as well. I think actually, in my opinion, it would be kind of beneficial to maybe look at Ben Simmons and maybe make a couple of moves here and there, because if they can trade for Ben Simmons and then Klay Thompson comes back, from his injury, in my opinion, this would be most likely the best team in the league. And you might be saying, well, how are they going to do this, cap-wise? I'm not too sure how this is all going to work. To be honest, I really don't know as well. I heard there was a rumor, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure they've got some sort of mid-level exception / injury exception from when Klay Thompson got hurt. And I think, a lot of that was used on Kelly Oubre, but I wouldn't be surprised if they've still got like $8 million on that exception. And James Wiseman is on about a $10 million contract. So realistically, you'd have to trade a couple of players here and there. James Wiseman would have to be traded. I honestly think another team would have to get involved, though, because there's no way Philadelphia would want James Wiseman at this time. It's not going to happen at all. Also, it looks like Jordan Poole is kind of an untouchable right now for the Golden State Warriors, because he's been really good for them. I think he'll be their sixth man when Klay comes back. So there's kind of like, well, why would they trade Jordan Poole? Also, I don't think there would be a reason to, considering also he's in like most improved contention. I mean, yeah, he averaged 12 points per game last season, but he's improved his assists per game by like 3 this season. His scoring has gone up by about 3 points per game, and he just seems to be a much more efficient player. His defense has gone up way more as well. I think if he had boosted that to like 20 points per game, which, hey, he's still getting a feel for starting, that could definitely happen, but I think there'll be other people in place for that most improved, especially if you look at like Ricky Rubio, who at the time of making this video on the Cavs is like gone from averaging 8 points per game to like 15, and went from 6 assists per game to like 8, and his 3-ball is up by like 50%. I mean, Ricky Rubio right now is probably the consensus most improved, unless I'm forgetting something, because my God, that man like doubled his scoring. His defense is like elite this season. He is an absolute freak in nature. But hey, I definitely think that like Jordan Poole could be in that category very, very soon, as well. But hey, another player, Miles Bridges, he's in the most improved category. He's like, I don't think the reason why I don't know if I'll have him in this, because I don't know if he'll consistently be this good this season, but his points per game have gone up by 14, which is insane. But hey, I don't know if he'll continuously be this good, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But actually, he might be the consensus like most improved right now. But hey, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in the NBA. I'm just trying to say that Jordan Poole probably not going to get traded. Andrew Wiggins probably not going to get traded as well. I think they really like Andrew Wiggins being like the third or fourth option for this team, but right now he's kind of playing the second option because Klay Thompson's not back yet. And if they get Ben Simmons would probably still be behind him. But hey, Ben Simmons, there is rumors that his scoring may have improved. There's always rumors it's improved. We'll never ever know until we see him get back in. It probably hasn't, but hey, maybe Wiggins is just going to be that third option behind Klay and that. And then if you have Ben Simmons as your fourth option, or even Jordan Poole's kind of their fourth option maybe in front of Ben Simmons, who even knows? I don't even know. But hey, that's going to be real interesting to maybe see. But they're not going to trade Wiggins. I think Philadelphia, the issue to get Ben Simmons, you know, if we're going to trade Ben Simmons to the Warriors, I think they're 100% going to want Andrew Wiggins. So for a trade to go down, you're going to have to give up Andrew Wiggins, I feel like, because that's just what Philadelphia want. But also, I don't think Golden State want to do that. So, realistically, if we're talking about this realistically, and I'm not saying this is what should happen, but realistically, if a trade was to go down for Ben Simmons, what the Philadelphia 76ers are looking for right now is a near all-star, a young player, and 3 future first-round picks. So that would be Andrew Wiggins, Moses Moody, and 3 future first-round picks, which, of course, the Golden State Warriors immediately say no to. Never going to happen. Never, ever, ever going to happen. And this is why the Philadelphia 76ers will probably never be able to trade Ben Simmons, because they want too much for this guy. He is right now worth a good role player, maybe a young player, and a first-round pick. So, like, on the Golden State Warriors, that would probably be, like, who even knows? James Wiseman, someone else, and a first-round pick. That's probably what he's worth right now, because no one wants Ben Simmons on their team right now, because he has been a total, you know, spud over the offseason. He's just been not a good teammate. I mean, hasn't showed up to practice, kind of just left his team, was terrible in the playoffs, ditched his country, like, promised he was going to play for them in the Olympics, and then just, like, flat out rejected it. And not just that, their general manager the other day said that it could take up to 4 years to trade Ben Simmons. Is he absolutely crazy? 4 years to trade him. Just get rid of him. I don't understand why it is taking so long. I don't think Ben Simmons is going to play for the Sixers again. I'd be surprised if he played for them. Who knows? Maybe at the time of this video, he has played for them, but I extremely doubt it. I don't think that's going to have happened at all. But hey, maybe it potentially has. But I just, you know, it's one of those situations where it's like, I'll see it when I believe, you know, I'll believe it when I see it, rather. And I just don't think it's going to happen. So, hey, it's going to be real interesting to maybe see how this, of course, all does unfold. But in my opinion, they need to trade Ben Simmons, just get some stuff back. I think you could maybe look at a 3-team trade where you maybe look at sending James Wiseman elsewhere. Maybe another contract gets sent for Ben Simmons to, you know, from another team that kind of matches it up or something like that. Who even knows? This is where the Cleveland Cavaliers could come in. Right now, they've got Kevin Love, and they're looking to dump off his contract. And Kevin Love for Philadelphia would actually be pretty good. I mean, right now, they've got a rotation of Tyrese Maxey, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, you know, and Danny Green. That seems to be like their starting 5. But honestly, you could legitimately just say, well, you know, we'll move Tobias back to the small forward, which is kind of what they've run for a long time. They've run a little bit of Tobias at the small forward and been playing Ben Simmons a little bit more as like a point power forward. I think actually Kevin Love would be really good for this team. And again, Kevin Love's contract is not bad anymore, which is really, really good. It's the first time I've been able to say that for a long time, because once the trade deadline comes, Kevin Love will only have a year and a half left, and it's rumored that Kevin Love is actually going to give up $15 million if he can get to a contending team. I don't know how he's going to do that, but let's just say he got to the Philadelphia 76ers as a part of this 3-team trade, and maybe gives up $15 million next season. Then you're legitimately only paying $15 million for a player that is now healthy, who in 22 minutes has been averaging 11 and 7, which is really good numbers in those minutes. And his defense hasn't been that bad this season at all. He might be a player they look to kind of match up the contracts. But I suspect it will be a 3-team trade. I think the Warriors will call up the Cavs to see if they will throw in Kevin Love to match the contract or something like that. And I also think Kevin Love really does fit the Sixers team, because Tobias Harris kind of still plays as a small forward. He's just guarding the power forward position. So you kind of just move Kevin Love into that, starting lineup, I suppose. And then, yeah, I think they do improve, and they'd still maybe get a young player out of someone else, picks out of someone else, this and that. It just depends, I guess, what maybe the Cavs get out of that. But yeah, Kevin Love's contract is finally tradable, especially considering he's been playing really good this season. At the time making this video, the Cavs have been pretty good. So, hey, maybe he gets thrown in this deal. But yeah, I do think the Warriors should go out and try and get Ben Simmons. It's just a matter of, how like, big, like, this trade ends up going. So, I'm not exactly too sure. It would be really interesting to see if Philadelphia do end up trading him. But of course, I would very much like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this down below. Make sure to, just leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Just all your thoughts and opinions. Do you guys think it'd be a good idea for them to go out and trade for him? Don't forget to subscribe to my, kind of my gaming channel, my IRL/long channel. All of them will be linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.